Alright, hello everybody. Looks like the game's been running for so long that the menu music stopped. Now, what did we do? Is the sound even working? Oh, that's not a good start. Is it my headphones or is it the game? What's OBS say? It's my headphones? Okay, well that's a good start. It's working a minute ago. They're just not connected. Alright, well, I'm just gonna reconnect those. I mean, it's not like this causes you any issues. That's curious. Doesn't seem like it wants to connect at all. I know it is connected, it just doesn't show up in audio devices. It's a Bluetooth headset. Anyway, I guess we can leave this running so a couple more people can get in here. I am assuming that my mic works and that the stream works. Where's the one that's actually live streaming? You're the one that's actually live streaming? Wait. I think it works. Also, my headset's not working. I don't even... This is a great start. See, I just run without headphones, but we absolutely need... Yeah, connect. I need audio for the alien turns. Because especially on Superhuman, you actually want to hear... That extra info can matter. Couldn't connect. Amazing. Is it because I'm streaming? Oh, the headset's just not... Alright, hold on. Technical difficulties. And the chat went away, so... Where did you end up? Here you are. You can't hear me. Alright, that's good. Because I checked the audio in the game earlier to see if I could hear the music in the menu, and it was fine. But then under sound here, it's not working. Under here, it's connected under Bluetooth, but what do you... Alright, what's this say? Yeah, that's fine. You can try it. The drivers are up to date, Great. I'd rather not run this without sound. I mean, I guess I could rely on chat for sound, which would be funny. Hold on. Oh, nope, it works now. Alright, that's a solid... How long have we been streaming for? Don't know. It's probably not 4 minutes 19. No, it might have actually been 4 minutes. Alright, welcome everybody back to, what is this, episode 4? That's what it looks like. We're doing the month of April, and I'm not sure what our research progress looks like. Working on Zarbite, so I imagine we finished the Triton. Yes, we did. Making light drones, and super cavitating harpoon clips. We don't get stats on this thing. Okay. Yeah, it would be pretty cursed trying to play the game without audio. Training pool capacity 2. People have been injured. Wait, how many soldiers do we have in general? Okay, how much capacity? We're pretty close to living quarters capacity here. What, do I go up to 25? Scientists are at max. I'd like more technicians. We probably start building facilities, huh? Are there other 2x2 facilities that I'm going to care about? Should I leave that space open? Because I don't think we care about a large living quarters at this point. Excuse me. There are large living quarters, right? Yes. There we go. I mean, I could build it this month. And how does the maintenance compare to a standard living quarters? It costs a bit more too. I mean, I guess it's like 5.5 for 6x maintenance. It allows you to fit more on the base, so in the long run it's likely worthwhile. But I don't know if I want to just put down a standard living quarters or a large one. Because if I put down the large one, I free up 2 of the smaller spaces. But that's pretty much all my money for the month. We're just going to go with the standard one. It's going to be fine, and we will purchase 7 more soldiers. Is the delay really bad today? It could be. I don't know if I have control over that in YouTube here. I guess it'd probably be OBS that I had control over it. Duration, this streaming. Is there any obvious setting I can change here? I'm going with no... Oh wait, this is the one that's recording. Give me that window. Okay. Are there settings I can change here? Drop frames, none, nothing. Could be train Wi-Fi. Yeah, that would make it worse. Streams? Is there any sort of... I guess I probably can't change this while streaming. Output? Streaming? Bitrate? Encoder? Slow? Good quality? I don't think that affects stream delay. No sort of replay buffer. Oh, replay buffer, that's nice. It allows you to clip things. Yeah, I don't think a large living quarter is needed. At least not at this stage. It'd be nice to have. Alright, I'm gonna assume that I can't fix this. Where's the other window here? Yeah, give me this one that's actually got the recording timestamp. Okay. I don't think it's a great idea right now just because of how much money it costs. Also, I can go ahead and save. And we can get more soldiers in. So I go ahead and pull up the Discord. Deployment logs. Just copy the message. Change that to 4. Okay, we got a number of people in here. Okay. Go ahead and load the game and... No, not stores, we want transfers. There you are. For those of you who aren't checking the Discord right now. Now from there, I think we're just passing time, right? Because engineering, there's a couple of things we want it to do. The light drone is one of them, the ammo is the other. The Triton, I believe, takes up 30. Yeah, it takes up 30 workspace of our 50 that this thing should have. 50 technicians. So we don't need more engineers than this. The chat is gone again. Not gone, but just behind windows. So I guess we're good, and research is moving slowly. Equipment-wise... No, I wanted to right-click. Do we have anything fancy yet? I don't even think we've got laser weapons yet. We have a flamethrower. Should probably sell the AKM, as it's just going to be worse than our X rifle. The shotgun is great, especially when people don't have armor. I'd love an alternative to the harpoon. We have the axe, but we don't know its stats. Yeah, okay, we're just... Light drone, good. It's gonna take us 4 days. We want those pretty much as soon as possible. Great. Is this in range? Also, do we only have 7 people on board? We do. Okay. Tour keys, I'm not sure why you got left out. Are either of you... No, you're just here. Okay. Oh, I didn't swap for the fuel tank. We might not be able to get to this if that's the case. You'll have land loadouts. 1, 2, and 3 are water. You might be able to make do... No. You might be able to. You can. Hold on, what is your... No, you need a much higher weight. Okay, hold on. Can we... You're not very strong. Just go ahead and give you some extra stuff here. And we're back to the start. So, we only had 1 medkit, so that's been given out. You can't really get away with carrying that. I'll throw the extra flares on people real quick, since it's likely to be nighttime. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay. So what we're gonna have to do here is take off... You're not on board. Take off the bottom 2. Swap for the fuel tank and wait. So I think it's 1 through 5. You just waited 3 minutes to get back to being live. Okay, I can't imagine that's me. Well, actually, I could pull up the stream. I believe what I was saying, I believe 1 through 5... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for hotkeys, like the number keys along the top of your keyboard. That allows me to go an hour at a time to see... There we go. To allow this thing to refuel. Cool. Now I need to write down the timestamp for this. We're on... Oh, I don't even have a... I don't even have the timestamp set up for this. Is this the one that's just recording? It is. It has been almost 13 minutes. Underwater activity. Okay, and I will quickly pull up my own stream to see if the delay really is that bad. Okay, and it's because you're in the train. In that case, I won't worry about it. Because it didn't take 3 minutes for that message to pop up. Okay. Everybody here has equipment. It is nighttime, which means I probably want to make sure everybody has the flares in their inventory instead of on the ground. I have a feeling we're never going to stun anything, so I'll swap a couple of harpoons out. The people with motion scanners and medkits are off the team. We didn't put them all on 2 different people, did we? No, you have a motion scan. Wait, I just gave you that, didn't I? Okay, that's gonna have to do. You can carry the knife since it weighs 1. Oh boy, we kind of need one of these corpses, but we also kind of need the gas cannon to kill it, unless I'm mistaken. Is this? So right here. That's a great start. This is Superhuman, so there's going to be a million of them. Yeah, welcome. I think you're in the next round of recruits that's going to show up eventually. Okay, well these things don't have ranged attacks, so I can just start throwing flares out into the open and seeing if any of them show up. Okay, now if I turn off lights, we're still debatably safe. Who's standing on our stuff? You. You need to drop most of your items for one of these. What does it weigh? 33. You need to drop all of your items for this. Oh, boy. Oh, but you can't drop the flares. Okay, so we're gonna start throwing things. You're just gonna have low time unit count. Range? I mean, yeah, that figures. What can you afford to drop here? That's 6 to go to the ground. You're still significantly overweight. Okay, let's see if you can actually just kill this thing. Why is that some... Why'd that produce so much smoke? Can't we turn this off again? Who here has enough weight to actually carry one of these things? It really does look like we only have one. You can probably throw... Have you thrown anything yet? No, you need to throw a grenade. So looking at it, you have 26 strength, and this is probably out of range. Yeah, okay. That's not bad. Although I do think you threw it a tile short. Yeah. It landed here. It's looking at us. That doesn't mean too much. You have weight. Oh, but you have to drop flares. These are such a problem. Because I don't want them to figure out... I mean, they probably know where we are, but I don't exactly trust the AI to have a good grasp of object permanence. Yeah, internet's too bad to stream. I mean, if you even get to this point. I guess I'll see you later. Or yes, you'll see this later. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do is just carry this over to your tile. Excellent. Maybe there is 3 minutes of delay. Alright, hang on a second. Yeah, see you later, I mean, if you get to this point in the stream. Where do I even... Does my own stream show up on my own homepage? No, it does not. No, okay, so it's not nearly that bad for me. It's a standard 10-ish seconds I'd expect. Medkit, I don't think that's saving anybody. Drop your grenades here. You probably just leave that on the ground? Okay, so what I need to remember is that we can pick the gun up, shoot it, and drop it again, like we're playing Reapers. Okay, we're gonna see if this guy makes a rush straight for us. I don't know what I expected. I was just kind of hoping they moved slow enough for us to kill them. That's fun. What do I have? Discord ping, not important. Well. Somebody got lucky. Okay. Well, the obvious thing to use... Hold on. Let's you have somebody who isn't in direct combat with two of them. Yeah, this is kind of what I expected, but I figured I should try it. Are you even... No, you're not even over one of the tiles. Yeah. I don't think we can do much about this. The other issue is that this fires explosive rounds. So even if I did want to pick one of these up and shoot one of these guys, I need to move them onto a tile. The hallucinoids here, they give us access to the thermal taser, which would be a really nice upgrade from the harpoon with a tranq round in it. But I don't... Something tells me we're not winning this, so I'm just gonna have to leave. Echo. That's funny. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean... Ulrich... Oh yeah, you're the guy who was in danger the whole time. You should have swung the knife. Does that give you melee points? Don't think so. How did all three of you get... I don't know. Loot-wise, we got nothing. Yeah. Chem flares, we probably do want a few more of these. And... yeah. That went well. We did finally get the alien containment, though. There's our chem flares. Go ahead and put, what was it, 3 of them on? There we go. The gas cannon high explosive. We want up to 16 of these. We have extra gas cannons, too. You're gonna need more people. There's the rest of the people. Okay. Zarbite, I don't know that this does much for us right now. Gives us better flares, I guess. That almost seems expensive at this point. Gilman Corpse leads to Thermic Lance, Autopsy. So, do we have the Aquatoid? We must have researched the Aquatoid Corpse, too. That's not what I wanted. Mutant... just gives you an analysis. Autopsy? Yeah, it leads to whatever this is. Acquired by the chemical neutralizer. Excuse me. I mean, I guess I can do that. Because that's probably a solution to what they were causing, wasn't it? Also, these things have been getting called coral turrets in the script. But yeah, this is... leads to these, protection from acid, hazmat suit. I mean, I don't know if this is useful underwater, but it's an item. Okay. And I expect that'll take maybe a day. Harpoon clip, good. I think we just go straight for the Triton. It's gonna take 18 days. We do probably have enough stuff for this. Suddenly delay is not bad. It's the second I checked the stream myself, it looks like. Yeah, I think 18 days is fine. We should be able to manage. The one thing we need to do is swap the... not the harpoon. Where's the jet harpoon? These can be swapped out for the super cavitating ammo. Might want to go up to 24. Because the ammo on these is 9? Yeah. We could absolutely run out of that. With only 2 clips. Okay. Let's go ahead and leave that running. Wait, don't we have aquaplastics we should be researching? This should have finished much faster than it did. These creatures are nothing more than ancient... I'm not pronouncing that. Aquatic invertebrates. Invertebrates. Yeah, they are actually coral turrets. That's funny. And they're resistant to explosives. We figured that out. I will make sure that that's queued at least. Haven't we recovered like 3 different alien craft? Okay, well, queue this. Queue this. Detection vessel leads to... tactical buoy. Oh, that's good. This might be worthwhile. It takes a little while, though. Acquired by sonar buoy. Yeah, okay. I don't know that anything in here is super useful. I should probably queue this. The cuttlefish wasn't all that impressive in testing. It only leads to these 2. It's like a 33-ish damage drone. And it's a 1x1, so it's nice. But, I don't know. Is the acid damage type the exact same as the one... Hold on. What it referred to as the exact same as 1 damage from the base game? I'm not sure I have an answer to that. Just straps weapons to a buoy and make it tactical. I mean, that probably is what we're doing. Okay. Where... Have we researched aquaplastics yet? Cars Zarbite requires... It leads to... Gauss... Alien ADS clip. Sonic... Zarbite, alien implants... Bunch of stuff... Unlocked by... Okay, so we need one of the real terror units. Squid light drone. I was gonna say, somehow I should be able to navigate this to aquaplastics. But it all depends on electronics here. Magnetic navigation depends on... You have to interrogate a navigator. The buoy's a radar craft. Yeah. I don't even... What do you need to get aquaplastics? Because that's kind of a big deal. Because I don't remember what we actually did. Do we need to interrogate? Hold on, can I go in here? Can I just search? Oh, I can. Craft aquaplastic cannon. Well, presumably this requires aquaplastics in some form. Here we are. Unlocked by a Lobsterman corpse, Zarquid corpse, Zarquid corpse. That's how we got it in the test run. Okay. How are we killing a Lobsterman before having access to aquaplastics? I have a feeling we're just going to need to get his Zarquid somehow. Unless deep ones show up for us, which, who knows. Okay, well, there's that. We could do the flare, takes a little while. Hydrophobic takes a little while. Gillman takes a little while. Heavy drones, we might want those. And I have a feeling this is one of the researches that spawns a mission, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Fire and patience is how. I mean, it is an option. Whether or not it's a good option is a different story. Okay. Yeah, we figured that out. Okay. Heavy drones, Gillman, acid, flare. Is there really nothing better? Squall? That is what that reads. Oh, is this a craft weapon? Okay, so this actually leads to new items. I'll go ahead and grab that. Medbay, this is a facility. We probably want to research this eventually. Wasn't impressed by cuttlefish and its dead end. Particle disturbance grenade is not something I will ever use myself. Detection vessel probably leads to a bunch of stuff. But we'll get to that later. The axe leads to the hook. Okay. Explosives doesn't lead anywhere. Flamethrower doesn't lead anywhere. Bubble is neat. Creeper corpse, I don't think this does anything. Yeah, it just leads to the containment, which we already have. And the mutated human corpse leads to lore. Okay. This is all the stuff we care about. We have the Squall launcher queued. Okay. And it is super cavitating reactive torpedoes used by the Russian Navy are the fastest conventional aquatic weapons. Okay. Can we just buy them? High range, okay damage. At least I guess it's okay damage? Yeah. It's just really, really long range. They fire pretty fast too. Just super limited ammo. Also poor accuracy. Okay. And it didn't lead to anything, but I'm going to imagine that's it. It didn't lead to anything yet. Go ahead and grab the Gillman autopsy too. I have a feeling we're going to want to be able to harvest those corpses. Mod author's Russian. Yeah. Yeah. Cool, we can... That was manufacture, right? Not... Oh, no, okay. You can buy them. It's neat, but I do think probably worse than our other options. There's no way we just don't have any events this month, right? Living quarters, good. Well, there's a mission. Well, we need you. We can most definitely swap out the fuel tank. We have new people. You all have been wounded at some point. We probably swap the top two. Alright, and this is a land mission. Oh, hold on a second. Who's at the very bottom? Crispix is being swapped for a drone. That's a scout drone. Can we put this on? It's not going to show up for land missions. Yeah, I forgot I had this thing. Probably has a better line of sight than we do. Equipment inventory. We can't equip it back at base. I don't know why you are missing items. No, hold on. We need... What do you mean not enough items to copy a template? Oh, the template requires not super cavitating ammo. I mean, it's... Yep, that's fine. There's lit out one. Okay. But we need, what, 098? Realistically, just 0 and 8. Gonna go with anybody 65 or over gets a rifle, unless everybody is 65 or over. Looks like most people are 65 and over for accuracy. Excuse me. Keep sneezing. Hopefully this is during the day. I'm just gonna drop those. The issue is we want shotguns, so I'm gonna favor them here. And you guys will get... Okay, maybe not. No, you will get it. You'll get a motion scanner. No. Swap this for a medkit. That should work. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's see. In the base game, it's described as electric shock damage, deep one weapon, which is what I was wondering if they replaced it with acid. You have beta damage types. Means everybody gets to heal so they can get back on the craft and perish in their next mission. Yeah. No, all I understand is that there's a bunch of extra damage types that OpenXCOM gives you for modding. So they could have just used one of the extra IDs that they have set up for that. Oh yeah, you. Do I have anything... I feel like carrying a grenade around with you is a bad idea, but I might do it anyway. Give you a smoke grenade. All we see is one guy on the roof. You see the one guy on the roof. You can see further than our soldiers can, can't you? Gonna go with yes on that. Who has shotguns? You all need to stand in front. You don't. You do. Though this entire direction's somewhat problematic. You're gonna want to drop this. Where is everybody else? So I think I want to throw the grenades all the way up to here. But I also don't want to use people with shotguns to throw grenades since I want the time units to react. Stun grenade drone is peak. Well, if you remember the first mission where the drone flew up one tile, died, and then fell back down again, I didn't exactly want to land the stun grenade in the middle of our people. This could be a problem over here, too. That's going to be good enough for this turn, I think. We have the 3, and then you guys are staring at this. You know, I forget that the smoke height is locked to be super short in this. Never gonna get good use out of the drone. Also means somebody in here is a, it's not needle, it's shard? A shard weapon. You don't have a motion scanner, I have a med kit. Alright, we're just gonna face check this. I'm sure it's fine. There's boats? Oh, right, there's water over here somewhere. Somewhere? How far does this go? Okay, I'm not really sure why there's a boat all the way in here, then. Did you shoot? You did shoot. Oh, you probably killed the only guy that we saw, right? No? Okay, well, somebody's over here. And it leaves an item for you. Can we walk through here? You can walk through right there. That's annoying. And you can just walk straight through here. Okay. We have too much smoke due to the drone. We're just going to take over the building and hide out. Uh-oh. Okay, well... we did have the medkit, had you survived. I'm not really sure who saw... oh, you're hurt too. Oh, they all have dangerous weapons. Okay, you run away. Yeah, the drone. It almost made it to the second turn this time. Can you fire accurately through smoke here? I'd love it if you could, but I have my doubts. These concern me, even if the shotgun's probably just as deadly. I mean, could fire a shot through here, but it's very easy for that to veer off target. I guess you just walk forwards. What do you need to fire a snapshot? 31. Okay, maybe you just stand here again, because we saw how well that went last time. Oh, that's great. That's an impressive display, sir. You have 70 firing accuracy, I should remind you. Huh. I should probably just fire the aim shot at this point. Bro, you got one pellet. For the next month or so, you're probably right. You get another auto shot. Okay, no, just... okay. We got there in the end. You... I don't even know what to do here. You need to back up. You step forward a tile. I don't know how far they can see through smoke and if they can see farther than us. I'm going to pretend that there's nobody behind us, even though that's almost certainly not true. I can throw a stun grenade at this guy. I think we're gonna try that. Where did that land? That went far enough, okay. Why is there a red hip here? Thought your smoke grenades already went off. Okay, well, you have the time units to react if... okay. I guess not. I was gonna say you'd be able to see your impending doom. Medikit's gonna see a lot of use of this mission. Yeah, you should run away. The smoke has turned into a problem. You're bleeding out, you've been stunned, whatever that's worth. We have another person who's gonna spend a month in the hospital. Maybe not a full month, it's only... well, I mean, you've lost probably 24 health, so that many days plus or minus 50%, at least is my understanding. This is pretty close to 30 health. Yeah, I mean, at least people are surviving. There's another boat here. It's probably just part of the tile set. There's a whole building, and then there's your water. Yeah, you're not having a great time over there. We should really all continue moving this way. This doesn't feel secure. I'd like you to stand here. And that's enough for a reaction. Yeah, we'll see if we actually get through this turn without somebody running at us. Technically, yes, although you see this guy now. That's what I expected from 70 accuracy, although that's still a bit unreasonable given 35%. You've all lived. Though we do need to get inside somehow. Who has the motion scanner? You have one. Do you have a motion scanner? You do. Okay. You get to take up a 14. I feel like this is probably a mistake. Run to here. Somebody's out there, but it looks like the building's mostly clear. Oh, you see him now. Okay. Unless people are panicking inside the building, in which case this will cause them to continue panicking. Okay. No, I don't know that I trust the building, so you're going to keep looking this way. Time units... Oh, 31. Alright, never mind. You were never going to have the ability to react to this. I'm sure this is fine. Okay, we lived... Again, building looks clear off of that. Surprisingly nothing. Is this the edge of the map? It is, so somebody could be behind it. The building, that is. And then there's a field of smoke we have to cross. We're probably just going to inch forwards. The issue is we can't form a nice line and walk across the field with reactions. At least with how we're set up. So we're kind of going to have to do this sort of curve again. Okay. There's enough to react. You can go ahead and put away the scanner. Okay. I was gonna say, I'd have liked you to react to this guy, but good job regardless. Has anybody here not actually shot their gun yet? You haven't. Yeah, okay, everybody else has gotten a chance, so you can run away. And take a step forwards. Someone could run all the way out and around here, but it seems unreasonable to really expect that. You can step forward one. Gonna not do that. Okay, somebody's in the field panicking there. This is who needs to die. Hold on. Get a little bit of firing experience before you get sent to a med bay for a month. And this is someone who needs to die. It's not the mission yet. I'm tempted to just idle for another turn. Because it kind of seems like they're just going to keep running at us. Somebody in the field here has a shotgun, which I'm not a fan of. I almost want to... I want to throw a grenade here. But at the same time, I want the reaction fire if... No, end the turn. Don't run over there. Okay, there you go. That's mission. So drone is worth 1 point. Oh, I forgot about that. Rest of this is good. How many people surrendered? Enemy surrendered 2, live aliens recovered 1. I presume that's just the guy that we stunned and it's not an actual alien. Okay, everybody got some accuracy. Loot-wise, we got another shotgun. We are selling explosives because they're bad. The corpses have no dependencies. Yes, we can sell these. These guys, I don't think we do anything. Yeah, we already interrogated you, so you can be sold. And we'll keep the pistols and the shotgun, even if we probably already have too many shotguns on base. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, what does a scout drone cost? 10k. I feel like I just keep using scout drones, because they're cheap enough for me to not really care if we lose them. And that's unfortunate. Gillman corpse, good. No alien, earthborn creature, yep. A small electronic device lodged in the skull of the creature. Yeah, that's something that we can get through an autopsy, presumably. Heavy drones, acid, flare. I'm just gonna queue heavy drones. But we can't do any projects with those yet. Well, actually, what I should be looking at... Yeah, we can put 5 more people in the training pool. Strength? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Scout drones, good. We will decide on that based off whatever our next mission is. A temple of the Church of Sirius has been located. Did I swap the fuel tank? No. I mean, I can put it on because enough people got injured. Lots of people at the top are no longer wounded, but we're going to continue bringing rookies with us because... yeah, we're gonna need an hour. Okay. Go ahead and do 5-1 intercept. You over here. Hold on. No, I want right click. That's the right series of keys. Now, I'm concerned because I know that the paladins exist, and I don't want grenades to be the only way we can deal with them. Because I don't know that the explosive... Well, the explosives might do good work. 65 is a pretty large number, just depends if they have explosive resistance. And this thing isn't going to save us, and we never got lasers to actually purchase any of those weapons. 82 accuracy? Man. Yeah, your equipment's fine. Though you're really strong. Hold on. Oh, actually. No, I dropped your grenades, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, I need to swap the grenades for the stun grenades, but... And then we have you two. Crispix is here, and Trash Panda is here. We probably start by dropping these since we have the grenades. You can drop your flares since I'd prefer you to have the stun grenades, and then we go through everybody else and give you extra flares so that you have them on hand. You probably drop this too in favor of stun grenades. I would even favor 2 extra stun grenades. You're doing fine. You have a scanner. I would swap this for a grenade or 2. You can swap this for just 1 of each. Not strong enough, not strong enough. Okay. And we have 7 extra flares. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of... We only have 16 on the craft. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of 7 of these anyway. Because I really don't want to deal with this. You can put one of these here, grab this, put that on your leg. So that you have the option to throw a flare immediately. Am I the only one strong enough to... I guess I could carry a gas cannon, couldn't I? We probably want the extra grenades, though. For that matter, go ahead and pull an extra flare off. Despawn penalty is only 10, which is probably a bad sign. Oh yeah, I also need to go ahead and mark this as a timestamp, which we're looking at about 57. Is this a church? Or a temple? Yeah, it's a temple. It's called Sirius Temple, as in the... not the name. Heavy drones. Okay, with a gas cannon, weapon power 50, shots 30. Is there another? Nope, we just got the gas cannon variant. Okay, new project. What does that do for us? Does this lead to anything more? Armed detection vessel. And that's pretty cheap, actually. However, it does seem like something I'm not actually going to use right now. Just go ahead and queue the acid, yeah, that's fine. Okay, it's a daytime mission, which is good, which means I really don't need to care about flares at all. We don't have extra stun grenades. I will throw normal grenades onto your loadout here. Yeah, no, we're gonna commit to going through and throwing extra throwables in here. Do you have... you do have space up here. Okay. That's good enough. Also means I could potentially swap myself for a gas cannon, but I think the grenades should do decent for us. What are we looking at here? We've got a revolver. Oh, we only have one shotgun. Wait, you can't see him? Who sees... you see the guy with the revolver. You'd kill him in one shot with a gas cannon. Tempted to swap this for the shotgun. I don't know if it's worth the time units right this second. But... 6, 26, 28, 36. Leaves you with 30 time units. What's your max for time units? Over 70. Okay, so you're good at your job. For an approximate... you're gonna have to look at... yeah, the Church of Sirius for an approximate pronunciation. You're just gonna have to look at the mod to see that. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna do it, because we want more shotguns. Time units to fire, though, not quite. Now, I might have you shoot this guy anyway. You have the ammo for it. Oh, and you can fire like 3 shots. Okay, just don't kill us. Good job. Your firing accuracy could be better looking at it. And that could have very easily been a mistake. Yeah, we're gonna stand here and see how the first turn goes. International Phonetic Alphabet, yeah. Oh, man. Good reactions. I don't know why they're running at us, but at least they're not shooting at us. Well, there's another one. Ah, you're the guy we're interested in. Okay, I'm going to move, and you are going to explore the power of the gas cannon. Time units. That's not good. Okay, well in that case, what we're going to do is this. We probably wanted him alive, but honestly at this point, I kind of just want his gun. Oh, you should grab your shotgun back. Time units. That's actually not bad, although I don't know that I want to sprint into the... Okay, we're fine. Can we just use this? It's not going to save us. Corpse. Takes 8. Are you going to have 8 by the time you get back? Not if you sprint. Okay, but if you sprint like 3 tiles... Okay, this should be workable. I think we need to interrogate this guy, so I'm gonna go ahead and take lasers so that next time we have to kill these guys, we're not in huge danger. You really don't have enough energy. What's your weight? This thing doesn't really weigh enough to hurt you, like, to hurt you that much. Okay. This is fine. You've got your shots in. You two have held this down. You should most definitely step forwards here. Okay, time units. Yeah, we're gonna need one more turn. Good reaction. Impressive for that. At that. Okay. Yeah, okay. You can go ahead and drop this thing. You just run it. Grab this guy. Run back. We got both the items we really care about here, even if the corpse isn't all that valuable. Wait a minute. Hi there, sir. You're not gonna hurt him. What's our time units looking like? I think you kind of have to stand here and play reactions. You can fire at him. Prime throw is going to cost you 40. Can you run back here with 40 left? You can. Okay, you're going to have to do the same thing. Throw 14. You have enough. That was bad. You take one shot at this guy. Okay. The aliens might be neat to capture. Well, that is the goal. And we do have the stun grenades, so unless it walks into shotgun reaction fire, we can probably capture it. That's a little sad. I presume, yeah, they're panicking now, which is good. I'll leave you to somebody else. Apparently there's nobody else here. Okay. Well, nobody new rounded the corner here. Okay. Yeah. Just go ahead and drop this on the ground. Worst case scenario, we are at least getting laser items out of this. That and a corpse, but, I mean... It's fine. 2 and... yeah, okay. Somebody over here is panicking. Good job. This building was a problem, actually. I remember that. Yep, okay, what's inside? Way over there's one guy with... Okay, yeah, not enough time units, though. You're gonna step back to here. And drop yourself a smoke. This guy will continue panicking if we shoot anybody this turn. Though that looks like it's going to be easier said than done. Because you can't see him just barely. Building's too tall to really use this thing as artillery. Do I want you to wander around the outside here? I mean, we have plenty of stun grenades left over. I don't... So manpower-wise, I'd say it's fine if you didn't have a gas cannon. So I don't think we can get away with it here. I'll leave the three of you. Do you have a smoke? No, but you most certainly do. Okay. You need to win this mission properly. Yeah, I do remember that from the test run when we actually... Oh, that guy's panicking. Okay, so we need to go find the Aquatoid. Take an auto shot. Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to kill him. Because it gives us some item related to the church here. This guy's not panicking, actually. What's it cost you to prime and throw? 40. Do it. Landed on him, which is good. You should step outside. Just move over here and drop the smoke. Okay. There's a guy. Can you fire all the way through here accurately? It looks like you can. Do I want you to fire? Timing the difference is negligible. Though the accuracy could have been better. You see this guy. Okay. Can you even fire through the window? Are you still alive? Are you on the mission? Well, presumably you got pulled off the crew for having high stats. Just throw that to, like, here. That's good enough. Okay, well, you're probably getting a revolver shot at you. But if I had to guess, these guys are all going to start panicking since 2 of them died this turn. Hopefully the stun grenade's good enough to hit that guy. It's not. Okay. This is the only guy we see here. Okay. That's a wall. Now, if you step forwards, is the guy still here? No. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and, here, try and hit a shot this time. 71. Oh! Alright, you at least hit him this time. I'll take that. I think this is probably safe enough. You're just gonna stand here. Is that building short? Oh, you could probably fire over top of this thing. Do I trust you to not kill us all, though, is the real question. And the answer to that is no, so you're going to run away. You'll step back to here, and can you shoot this guy? Yes. Yeah, at least you think you're alive. Yeah, I don't even... Have you died this episode? I don't think so. 2 rookies died in a mission against hallucinoids. I think Otto died to blowing up. That was in a settlement, and in this mission, nobody's died so far. So that's something. You probably just back up into the smoke. You're gonna want to take a look this way. Okay. And I will leave you there staring at the door. This whole building is just gonna be a problem. Yeah, and we saw that guy earlier. You are still standing in the doorway. Well, at least you hit him this time. And we're gonna see what's out here in the road. Apparently nothing. And I kind of like you standing here playing artillery. Our friend is back, so he's just patrolling. Range. That's better. And that did land, right? Yeah, okay. So 2 stun grenades hopefully takes this guy out. Probably throw a 3rd at him anyway, because need him to stay down. And where... Just tap to everybody. Yeah, you're still standing here. Somebody bled out. This guy's starting to panic, which is impressive. That guy... where was he? So, next to this window. Oh, what's it going to cost you? Another 40. You have limited throwing range. Like, really limited throwing range. Oh, you can't throw now. Yeah, we'll back up. We need to kill somebody so this guy continues panicking. Hello. Okay, well, maybe you're throwing... No, you don't have grenades. You have plenty of grenades. And I'm pretty sure the Aquatoid's weak enough to where this takes it out. You should definitely get out of its line of sight. And we'll throw a second one just to make sure it goes down. Okay. That's a bit precarious. You should also prime this thing so you can just throw it when you see him next. And 2 of you have thrown grenades. You did scouting. You... I guess we're just gonna let that guy not panic. Okay, it did go down. Hi there. Yeah, just keep running. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this guy's gone. That guy ran all the way over to there. Put this on your belt. Shoot him. Nice display. There's a guy. Just take him out to continue the panic cycle. And we look like we have an Aquatoid. Unless something goes terribly wrong outside. Is this the edge of the map? Stop jumping. This is the edge of the map. This is not something I like with the giant open space. Okay, so you 2 are going to put that on your belt. Yeah. So that guy is somewhere over here? I have no idea where this guy went. Yeah, you should run back to here? There's a guy. You're gonna go ahead and fire at a remarkably accurate shot at him. Now, I don't actually know what to expect from this if the guy rounds the corner. How many people are out here? 4? It's a bit much. Okay, well, we'll get there eventually. You should continue to inch forward since you're going to be firing a lot of aim shots. There you are. Here, I've got something for you. Oh, you have plenty of time, it's okay. Now, where's everybody else? There's a shotgun on the ground there. Okay, we got everybody. Artifacts 1 and live aliens 2. Enemies surrendered to, let's see, this is good. Loot-wise, here. Yeah, the corpses cost us money, but then of course we can, it's a medic. Interrogated medic leads to a whole bunch of stuff, okay. Yeah, special delivery stun grenades there. Now, if we look at the 2 church fanatics here, you do 2? Single church fanatic here. Disciple, we want the Paladin. We haven't researched you, but you give us nothing new. Paladin is what gives us interesting things. And then we also have an Aquatoid. And we did finally get the alien containment online. Laser carbines, we're going to want to research one of those. Enjoy the medic capture. Yeah, I'm not actually sure what the medic gives us compared to the other, professions. TWoTS is a... I'm going to assume that translates to something not nice at communicating what is crucial. Revolvers, we don't need AKMs. Shotguns are great. Machine gun, I will research. Revolver, we haven't researched this. I will keep 1. Actually, we don't even need the drum. Okay. And the laser, it is 4.5k. We're not even going to use the carbine. We only really care about the rifle. And past that, I think we're good. The Zarbite, this is the equivalent to 2 power sources. So that's a solid mission. Okay. That's good enough. Score, good. Stats, good. Okay. Solid mission, which I'm sure is going to be, Oh, awesome. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, I'm sure that we're going to have a hard time with the Terror mission that pops up, but... not with the Triton. No, what am I actually making? Do I go back to selling particle disturbance sensors? Oh, don't I want the Dart autogun? I do want a few of these. We're going to make 10 of these, and we're going to make the... it's a Dart pack, I believe. And this is one of the tracks that YouTube doesn't like. Okay, how long is this going to take us? 5 days. How long is this going to take us? 2 days. Start here. Give it 1 day. That did not actually go for a full day. There you go. Chemical neutralizer. This might actually be super useful. Acts as a fire extinguisher and even an acid neutralizer. It is effective underwater. Okay, that's good. Acid weapons, protection from acid. Okay, all I really care about now is I guess the laser? Huh. Oh yeah, I can check to see if you're alive. Because you may actually be in the medbay for the next century if... I mean, if tradition serves. Yeah, one moment. Where is... Okay. There we go. I wanted the laser weapon, because that's going to take basically no time to research, I believe. Where is... Here's our laser carbine. Hold on. First question, yeah, that's super short, so go ahead and queue that. Next, we want the medic queued, we want... Do I care about the hazmat suit? I don't know. And that takes a fair amount of time, so probably not. Acid weapons. They exist. Okay. Church databank, I believe this is the big thing that we care about. And the church databank is what led to the Zarquid mission, which gave us aquaplastic access. Paladin of the Church is also something we probably want. So those are 3 projects we actually care about. Chemical neutralizer, I might actually want a few of these. Give me something like 4. Oh, also. We can move on to making these. Actually, how long is it going to take to make the chemical neutralizers? Because those are immediately useful. About a day. Make them. And there's our laser carbine. Civilian laser weapon. Okay. I would like some of these. It doesn't take all that long and gives us access to the rifle. We can now purchase... Not interested. Now there's also... Yeah, here we go. Yeah. We now have access to the laser rifle and the laser cutter. Yeah, we can now purchase these. Good, and now we move on to one of these options. This affects game progress. I feel like we probably want this by the end of the month. I will take a look at... then it gives us access to the plans. Okay. That's not what I wanted. We're going to want a handful of laser rifles. They're pretty expensive, but at the same time they have... I'll take a look at it in a second. I also hid chat for myself. Purchase good, and I already forgot. You're only wounded for 12 more days. It was pretty much a full month. Can you actually use the laser cutter to cut through things? Info? Is there some sort of, like, 300% terrain damage multiplier? It doesn't look like it. Be fun if there was. It's nowhere near as useful, though. Okay. And I guess I was going to take a look at that, just for people who weren't here. There's no W in laser. Yeah, and this thing can fit in your pocket, I believe, which is cool. And the cutter is not paired with these guys. Okay. But the biggest thing that these have going for them is that armor effectiveness against it is 50%. Ta-da. So 35 damage is useful just because it goes through armor, which is useful against the paladins, I think. Which means, I mean, that's why I purchased a handful of them. That's the month. No Terra mission. Okay, we're still going super fast through this, then. Is this one of those days where I can play a second month? Probably shouldn't. I haven't gotten enough editing done, so playing more than this is... Yeah, I should probably just get editing done instead. Yeah, good score. Should have been a Terra mission. I guess before I... Laser rifle's good. Before I do anything, we should equip the Triton. Can I hit X? No, I have to go in here, here. Crew. We just start from the top, we end up with this group. Now, I have a feeling this is not the entire group that we want on board. Most of you have solid stats. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, you're the commander, although I think commander isn't the highest rank. I believe it's captain in this case. Can I just... Yeah, we have 0 available captains, so yeah, there's a higher rank than commander. Somewhere I'm in here with obnoxious stats, right? Just super high firing. Although I started with almost 70, so that's not saying much. But you two don't need to be in here. Morning Star. God level 1 here. Yeah, you don't need to be around either, even if you only... you might stay because you're carrying the cannon. You two are... Okay, Reaver got lucky, Lix did not. And the rest of you can get on. Okay. I see you two started a discussion about video games in chat. And now we need our equipment. Drones, I'm going to ignore these. Revolver, going to ignore most of those. I want 8 of these and probably 24 for ammo. X rifles, we need... I'm gonna go up to 10. Flamethrower, laser carbine rifle. We want at least a good... I mean, I'll throw 10 rifles in here too. Harpoon, ADS. We should probably sell the ADS and DP 64 launchers. Dart autoguns, we have 6 of them. I'm going to put... what we want... Probably 4x for ammo, so we'll leave it at 4 and 16. Jet harpoons, everybody needs to be able to have one. That's not the clip type I want. We want these, and I want to go up to 36, I think is the number here. Gas cannons. Probably want a full 12. We'll go up to 18 since I don't expect everyone would be able to carry ammo. Stun grenades, 24. Magna Blast, 24. Dye grenades are also 24. All the particle disturbance sensors and medkits. Chemical neutralizers. We only have 9 knives. And flares. I think I just throw... No, we'll go to 24. Not that I've made any use out of these, but they cost nothing, so we'll keep them around. And I think that's just gonna have to be the end of the episode here. Okay. Let's see. You guys are discussing. That's funny. And here I am with no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, that's going to be the episode. We're continuing with short episodes and streams here, but I can't really complain. I'm going to have to, when we actually start having some real activity in months, I'm going to have to remember to cut the stream after 2 hours, because there's a good chance I just keep playing. But until then, I mean, we're not even at an hour and a half. I mean, the recording hit an hour and a half, so I guess the stream's been going for an hour and a half, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I only go for 1 month at a time because it makes sense for editing. So once our months start taking more than an hour and a half, then we will have much longer streams, but till then, we're going to be super short. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. And I did save, right? May 1st, I did save. Okay, so we're fine. Okay. Recording is off, stream is still going. Yeah. Goodbye, everybody. I will see you again next Friday.